ये बात किसी से छुपी नहीं होगी कि इंडिया में औरतों के ऊपर उनकी पढ़ाई लिखाई से ज्यादा खर्चा उनकी शादी पे किया जाता है। और सबसे ज्यादा दुख की बात यह है कि ऑलमोस्ट 50% लड़कियों की शादी उनके 18 साल की उम्र के होने से पहले ही करा दी जाती है। सो कॉल्ड मॉडर्न इंडिया में पेट्रियार्कल और आर्केइक प्रैक्टिसेस जैसे चाइल्ड मैरिजेस आज भी हजारों लड़कियों की जिंदगी की एक रियलिटी है। आज के वीडियो का फोकस है दिसंबर 2021 में लोकसभा में इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया द प्रोहिबिशन ऑफ चाइल्ड मैरिज अमेंडमेंट बिल। ये लॉ औरतों की शादी की मिनिमम एज को 18 से बढ़ाकर 21 साल करने का प्रयास करता है। This, if passed by both houses, will apply to all communities in the country and once enacted, will supersede existing marriage and personal laws. After independence in 1949, the minimum age of marriage was increased to 15 for girls and no changes were made to the marriage age of men. The ages for women and men were increased later in 1978 to 18 and 21 respectively. In 2008, the Law Commission had suggested that 18 should be made the legal age of marriage for both men and women. Even the United Nations General Assembly had recommended this in 1989. So why has the government acted to raise the legal age of marriage for women? अब सरकार का ऐसा मानना है that this law, if passed, will empower women and increase gender parity by enhancing educational levels among girls in remote areas where early marriage is prevalent, जिससे school dropouts कम होंगे, lowering maternal mortality rate, improving nutritional levels as well as increase in sex ratio at birth. The bill also aims to break down patriarchal ideas that legitimize certain illogical marital notions that wives must be younger than their husbands and the belief that women are more mature than men of the same age and hence should get married earlier. अब सवाल ये उठता है कि क्या शादी की एज को चेंज करने से चाइल्ड मैरिजेस कम हो जाएंगी या वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट बढ़ जाएगा? एक्चुअली अनफॉर्चुनेटली इन दोनों में से कोई भी प्रॉब्लम मैरिज एज से रिलेटेड नहीं है और उसको चेंज करने से कुछ भी सॉल्व नहीं होगा। शादी की मिनिमम एज 18 होने के बावजूद चाइल्ड मैरिजेस कंटिन्यू इन इंडिया। The latest National Family Health Survey has brought out that we still have an alarming rate of child marriages at 23%. इसके पीछे बहुत सोशल और इकोनॉमिक कारण हैं। Girls in many countries, including India, are considered pariah धन। After she is married off to another family, she becomes that family's concern. इसी सोच की वजह से पेरेंट्स लड़की की शिक्षा को भी साइडलाइन कर देते हैं। इसके साथ साथ अक्सर गरीब परिवारों में लड़कियों की शिक्षा और शादी में से उन्हें चुनना पड़ता है। This may and in fact does force a lot of women to leave their education aside and shoulder the responsibilities of an early marriage. It may also subject them to domestic as well as sexual violence, which then again hinders their exercise of their sexual, reproductive as well as economic agency. Early marriages की वजह से teen pregnancies होती हैं, which affect both mental and physical health of the mother and child. According to the same survey, about 6.8% females in urban areas and 8% females in rural areas aged between 15 to 19 were mothers or pregnant. The pandemic and the subsequent lockdown has only worsened the situation. It is crucial to make women more informed about their rights through education and empowerment to solve this issue, and that motherhood is a choice for them and not something anyone can impose on them. शादी की एज मर्दों और औरतों के लिए एक कर देना is a notion of equality which operates at a very surface level and does not really contribute to the real empowerment. It's not important कि शादी की एज 18 है या 21 है। Important ये है कि किसी भी लड़की को अर्ली मैरिज के लिए फोर्स नहीं करा जाना चाहिए। Early marriages can be avoided when the issues mentioned above, such as fear for daughter's safety, social stigma, fear of intercaste community relationship, poverty, lack of education, societal pressure, fear of rise in dowry demand and burden to feed one extra member, lack of awareness of reproductive and sexual health among men and women are addressed. Holistic empowerment is about enabling women to make better and informed choices, giving them good facilities, making sure that they're able to exercise greater agency in their life by also providing them good opportunities for a well-paid employment. Longer duration and different forms of education की मदद से हम sustainable empowerment तो attain कर सकते हैं, but it is also important that we address underlying social and economic dimensions as well, which include cycles of poverty, intergenerational malnutrition, and discrimination, as well as lack of opportunities. This is Kriti Dwivedi reporting for the Feminist Times.